Good evening. And yes, I am, thank you very much, conscious of the irony. Here's the thing. Sorry about misleading you with the title of my talk, because I don't think that PowerPoint is just a facile, stupid little irritant that's affecting all of our lives. I think that PowerPoint is a tool of Satan. Think about it. It's the only logical explanation. I mean, how do you think Satan is going to manifest himself in the modern era? With horns and a tail and a trident and a strong smell of sulfur? I don't think so. I think he's going to be just a little more subtle about it now. Because we're living in a very tech-savvy, very cynical world. People are much more clued in. So Satan has had to up his game. Hence PowerPoint. Can you think of any tool better to ensure brainless, unquestioning servitude in an audience than PowerPoint? Because I certainly can't. So what I have to say here, ladies and gentlemen, is get thee behind me, Satan. Great. Okay, hang on. Fortunately, I prepared a backup. Now, blue screen of death is not something you often see on flip charts, and if you do, the reboot is refreshingly quick. Here's the other thing. Flip chart can do anything PowerPoint can do. Zoom? Not a problem. Sharp wiping or cutting? Not a problem. The fade, smoothly dissolving type thing, that's a little bit more tricky. Now, the pizza that you all ate earlier on, they weren't just mushrooms. So any minute now, you'll be getting that lovely, slow fading effect through my slides. Now, here's the thing. This thing can do anything that PowerPoint can do. Any slide type, you name it. And any of these transitions, as I say, you name it. Here's the thing. Anyone who uses transitions other than these deserves to die horribly. And my presentation ninjas will ensure your demise immediately. They're here now. How can you tell? Because you can't see them. It's the only way you can be sure they're here. Bullet points can be done on a flip chart. I don't recommend it. It's hard, it's slow, it's tedious, and it gives you just the beginnings of a feeling of how difficult it is to read one of these things if you're sitting watching PowerPoint all day. Line charts, no difficulty. Y-axis productivity, x-axis the number of hours spent watching PowerPoint slides. Guess what happens to the productivity? What a surprise. Multiple data sets, also not a problem using your flip chart. So over here we have job satisfaction versus the number of times you, well, let's see. Check your watch. Check your score on Farmville. Check how many @mentions you got on Twitter. Extraordinary correlation in the data, I'm sure you'll agree. Pie charts. No presentation would be complete without one of these little beauties. Now, this elegant example here is a pie chart about procrastination. Now, personally, I don't think procrastination is the problem. I think it's the solution. And if it's not too much of a paradox, I'd like you to go out and start procrastinating right now. Venn diagrams. My maths teacher always said you could explain everything in the world with Venn diagrams. This set, the number of Big Macs I have consumed. This set, the number of Mars bars I have consumed. The overlap between the two of them, the ever-expanding size of my waistline. I couldn't understand why this was so until someone explained to me that the set of Diet Coke does not at all intersect with the sets of McDonald's or Mars bars. Solution, flip chart. Now, there are two tools you need if you're going to be a serious presenter in this world. The first is the pyramid graph. If you use any less than, say, 4 areas of growth, I don't think you can be taken seriously at all. So here we have. There's even a handy acronym. PARK! Finally, of course, what presentation would be complete without the 4-way matrix? On this axis, we have something. On this axis, we have something else. In the bottom left quadrant, disaster has struck. You're low in something. You're low in something else. As you move through the quadrants, things are getting a little better. Here, we're low in something, but high in something else. Here, the obverse. And of course, at the utmost and the top, we have nirvana, where everything is good. And if you are a decent presenter, you can spin this out into a weekend-long seminar. Finally, folks, maybe I'm overstating the case fractionally. PowerPoint might not endanger your immortal soul, but it's pretty tedious. Here's what I say. Go old school. Really old school. If your subject is interesting enough to listen to, put it on a flip chart. If it's really interesting, carve it in stone. Thank you.
Thank you.